Welcome to Paranormal Gateway Paratalk. I am the host, Scott Wise, and very special guest tonight is Michael Zervos. He's founder of Las Vegas Soul Searcher. Michael served in the United States Marine Corps 1987 to 1991 and worked in corporate security for 8 years. 13 years of his career was spent as Correctional Office for the Federal Bureau of Prisons before becoming over an 18-year veteran as a deputy sheriff for the Stanislaus County Sheriff's Department. Michael had always been skeptical of the paranormal but found it interesting. After he retired, he moved to Las Vegas, where he started looking at his ghost hunting. His journey led him to endeavors as an employee of Zack Bagan's The Haunted Museum, all the while featuring a title team such as Brian Rollins and other mayors of Sis-Bro Paranormal, a brother and sister investigative crew. He was later introduced to mentor Janice Oberding and the state investigators for Kellie, Lee, and Jeff Fry of Las Vegas Soul Searchers, which Mike was found. He worked with many fellow groups, including outlets to Ghost Adventures in Jamestown, California, Thanks Paranormal, Residence, Santa Cruz Ghost Hunters, and McCallum of the Hollywood Ghost Hunter. Las Vegas Soul Searcher investigated many locations, Washoe Club, Motel, joined the State Prison, Winchester Mystery House, Goldfield Hotel, High School, and Asylum 49. Without further ado, let's welcome back to the show. Yep.
Thanks, Scott, for having me.
Hey, you're welcome. I was looking forward to it. I see all the places you investigated. We still find some tonight.
Well, you named some of them.
Yeah.
I did. We did. I've been to Virginia City 3 times. I've investigated Piper Opera House there. Investigated the Washoe Club 3 times. Mackey Mansion, and down here in Vegas, I did a couple hotel rooms, some cemeteries, some old ghost towns. California, I did the Jamestown Hotel. I did the Winchester Mystery House. And they're just some of the few that I've investigated, few areas I've investigated.
Wow. Within a career that spanned over world professionals, what about the paranormal intrigued you to start paranormal investigating?
What intrigued me about investigating?
Yeah.
Well, I was always a skeptic. I really never believed. And my youngest son, grew up watching Ghost Adventures, and I'd sit there and watch the show with him, and I'd sit there and watch some of the stuff, and I'm always going, come on, really? And I never really believed. And then guys at work, they would talk about, because I spent a lot of time in the prisons and jails, and the guys at work would say, hey, this unit's haunted, this and this happened in the unit. And I'd be, come on, you're full of it, and I don't believe in this stuff. Well, when I retired, a friend of mine had already started doing ghost hunting. He had a weekly radio show in Santa Cruz, California. And he was already doing the ghost hunting stuff. So I figure, I'll talk to him and see, because I need a hobby for retirement, and I wanted to find out more about it because I was such a skeptic, and I wanted to find out what was going on with it. So we talked, and I went on my first real ghost investigation with him at the Clown Motel in Tonopah, Nevada. And that first investigation, I had my very first experience there. And so that experience made me want to dive in deeper into the paranormal to find out what it is, and just trying to figure it all out. As much as I do it, I still don't have it figured out, but I believe now that there is something out there, because I've gotten too much evidence and too much physical stuff that's happened to me not to be a believer. So that's how it all started. It started as a skeptic. The skeptic in me is now long gone.
Well, do any of us have it figured out?
Say that again?
Does anybody have it figured out yet?
No, I don't
No.
know. I don't know.
No.
So,
So, do you think your profession as a jury officer in law enforcement helped at all?
say that. I'm sorry. I'm having trouble hearing you right now.
All right. The experience with the law profession, do you think it helped your investigating?
I think, well, because you're inside correctional facilities and you learn, you have a heightened sense of alertness and a heightened sense of your surroundings. So I think just years of that, yeah, I think it makes you more in tune with your surroundings and your environment. So yeah, I think it might have had a little bit to do with it, a lot to do with it actually.
Yeah. So that was your first experience that got you into it then.
Yeah, I
Uh,
can go into the experience if you like,
oh
what
yeah.
happened.
Oh,
All
sure.
right. Well, we had just got to the Clown Motel and we were bringing in our equipment in inside, and we were talking and figuring out where we're going to go eat because we're going to go grab some chow here in a minute. And we're talking. I reached into my pocket and I felt a piece of paper trash in my pocket. So I walked over to to where the trash was to throw this away while we were having a discussion, and it felt like I just walked into a wall of energy. You could feel it instantly. The hair on my arms was standing up. I had tingling all through my jaws. And I turned around and I tell my buddy, I go, look at the hair on my arms is standing up. My jaws just like the energy's running through my jaws. And and I was all like, what the hell? Because this is my first investigation. I never really experienced anything like this. And so later on, when we actually started doing our investigation, when we were operating the SLS camera, we had that right there where the trash can was is a sink, and right above the sink is a mirror. And we were getting activity. It looked like we had, for a while, we had things popping in and out of that mirror on the SLS camera, like the mirror was some kind of porthole or something. So we just aimed it in one direction, and you can see them popping out and doing their thing and popping back in. And then either the same one or another one would pop out and run back in. And so it was nuts, dude. So that activity right there just solidified my my experience that I had earlier in the day. So, and then from that day on, I wanted to find out more and more, and I wanted to have more experiences.
I wish I'd get out there. There are a few places out there I want to go.
Oh yeah, there's some good places out here. There's some good ghost towns out here too. There's
Oh,
lots of
I know. I
yeah.
know. Yeah. Especially, I guess, in Nevada, big time probably
Oh yeah,
with
and
ghost towns.
like I said, we're gonna branch out, and there's a lot of rooms in these casinos that are haunted. Where a lot of bad things happen, like murders, and there's quite a few of them that we're going to try to hook up and go investigate. So that way, those are our local investigations that we could just run to and do them and then come home. So we're trying to hook those up. I'll have as soon as those start happening, I'll be posting all that stuff on my YouTube and my TikTok.
Now, going to these places, do you get a lot of negative energy?
Um, I, I, the most negative I had was at the Jamestown in California. Um, Around here, I can't say that I've had any negative experiences. I've had emotional experiences, like at the Washoe Club, where there's I one time I actually physically started crying. And
Mm-hmm.
so I think the only really negative one I had was at the Jamestown in California, and that's one place I tell people I'll never go back into. I have no desire to go back in there because I if you see my videos, if you saw my videos of the Jamestown, it wasn't good. And then 3 years later, I went back with Ghost Adventures. They invited me to come back because they're going to investigate it. And the show still hasn't aired, so I can't talk a lot about it. Um,
Right.
but it wasn't good for me then either. And by the end of the night, I left. I walked out and I told them I can't go back in there.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I had one place like that for me. It had called Ships Inn. It was back in Pennsylvania, and I was out in the basement. I had to leave. Like I said, I started crying, and if I was to piss out, and after the investigation, I feel all burning. I feel on fire, like all over. I'm like, how to get out, and we found out that there was a fire there, and somebody lost their life there. I wonder how to pick up their energy.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So,
So after the Jamestown incident, and if you want to know about it, you can go look at the video. It's on
mm-hmm.
my YouTube, my TikTok. But after that, I found myself more vulnerable to the paranormal, where now I started feeling more and more emotions coming from somewhere when I investigate. So I don't know what happened to me there. All I know is what's on the video, but I've become more and more in tune with the paranormal. So I feel a lot of emotions now, to the point where like we were at the we were up there getting ready to investigate the Washoe Club, and my partner in paranormal, Kellie, she stayed at the.
Uh, I think I lost them. I feel better again. Okay. Also, you have the Michael Zervos on founder of Las Vegas Soul Searchers, and I'll hopefully be back shortly. Maybe that's why I should pre-record. That stuff that happens. We'll get a few minutes, sure. Got a look out there. Should I play some tunes? Right. I'll pass them on now. Oh, there he is. There you are.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I just disappeared.
I don't know. Like, I was looking at where you going. I was going to play hoarding music while you're going.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. So now I'm on my phone because my computer just completely shut down.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So now we'll have to finish it on my phone. Sorry about that.
Well, it's good. You look all right, though. You're
Yeah,
coming.
that was the first time that happened to me. That's crazy. So,
Yeah.
anyways, I guess we'll go back to where So I'm more in tune to the paranormal now.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, we'll go back to the Silver Queen. Like, we went up to her room, Jeff and I, and we just go up there and we're all laughing and joking and stuff. And I used the restroom, and then I came back and I sat down in this chair in the corner, and we're all having a good time. And all of a sudden, I had this like rush of sadness just came over me. And they're going, "What's going on?" Because I guess they saw it, and they're going, "What's going on, Mike? What's going on?" I said, "I don't know." I go, "I just feel really, really, really sad right now, and I don't know what's going on." So I can't explain it, that one. But and then like the Washoe Club, we were there with a group, and we're sitting around the card table, and I'm using my Paralantern because I find that I can use that to like communicate to get responses. And so I'm using it, and I ask a question and it responds to me. And that was one of Debbie Constantino's favorite spots was, the Washoe Club. So I wanted to see if she was there because I had just visited her grave the prior, right, just before the day of the investigation earlier that day. And I got a couple relevant responses on my Ovilus that pertain to the case of what happened. And
I actually got a clip of that. You want to play it? After I'm talking.
oh, okay. So I went back up. We went back and we were investigating, and so we started getting responses on my paralantern. And I go, Debbie, is this you? And the thing just starts going crazy, right? So I start asking more questions toward Debbie, and like, is Mark here, or is this and that? They all pertain to her, and it just kept going crazy. And about 15 minutes into it, I had to pull away from the table and I had to get out of there because something just came over me where I wasn't feeling good, and I felt drained, and I felt really, really depressed. So I walked away and I went to the over by the window because it's a cool night. The windows, you can get cool off by the windows. And I walked out of that room, went to another room, and tried to cool off by the window. And I was there for about 5 minutes, and I came back into the card room where the investigation was. And one of the gals I was investigating with asked me a question, just a random question that didn't pertain to anything. And I just started crying. I mean, literally tears running down my face. I broke down and cried, and I had no clue why I was crying. So, yeah, I don't know. That whole experience was overwhelming to me. So I don't know. And now when I walk into a room, I can usually say, okay, I feel something here, or I don't feel something here. And the rooms I say I feel something here is where we get a lot of evidence. A room where I say I don't feel anything, the evidence, we may pick something up, but it's not as energized as if I feel something. So I don't know what's going on with me. Just happened.
Yeah, it was gradual for me over the last 6 or 7 years. I had a black spot on my cerebellum. I have ataxia, so that might have something to do with it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I can't explain it.
Yeah, but I could play that Debbie clip if you want me to.
Yeah, you play whatever clips you like, and I'll talk about it.
Okay.
The group heard the bell we placed in the card room go off, so I decided to head back to the card room and hold a session. Was I in contact with Debbie Constantino during this session? I don't know. I've had interactions with what appeared to be Debbie here before, and it made me very, very emotional. So I'm not sure. I don't know. I'll let you decide.
Is it going off again?
He asked if they want to play some poker in it.
Yeah.
So I get a seat at the table? Or are you all full?
You want to play poker? I got my stack right here. Let me know if you want to play. I think it's fucking with us.
I think so too. Do you not want us in here?
So there's a bell here too. Whose is this? Is this theirs? Oh, okay.
what's my buy-in? How much to catch a chair?
Well, you got to get an EVP going for that. Who's in here with us? Can you ring that again? Play with the bell.
Oh.
Do you like playing with the bell? Is that you, Debbie? Is Mark here with you?
Thank you.
Do you remember talking to me last time you were here? I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. Do you remember talking to me last time you were here? I was here? Do you like when I'm talking to you? Do you remember? Do you remember how you made me feel last time I was here? Do you remember me visiting your grave?
Yeah. So that was the time after the experience I described earlier. So that was a few months after my first interaction with
Oh,
Debbie. This was
okay.
another time, but as you can see, appeared to be Debbie again. And what was interesting about that night from that video you just showed is the rest of the group left. Kellie and I went back to the room and we conducted an EVP session in that room. And I have those EVPs on my site if you want to listen to them. But I asked a question like for Debbie, and I said, Debbie, is Mark here with you? And when I played that back, there was a female voice came across, faint female voice that said Mark. And then
Wow.
Kellie asked the question, and then a male voice came across and appeared to say Michael, my name. So
Right.
we had some EVPs the same night as the bell thing, and so it was crazy. Yeah, so I believe we were communicating with Debbie again that night. So,
My God. Wow.
so
Yeah. Um, u- Up in the corner, definitely know there is a QR code for after the show. We could go to YouTube. So that's up for you. Oh. All right.
okay,
I have another clip here. Let me see. I'll clip
okay.
the one when you were at the playground or
At the where?
the playground with the ice cream and the place you weren't feeling well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was I forget the name of it, but I can play that and we can
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Can you make the swing move for me? I'd really appreciate it if you would. Maybe we can bring ice cream back for you. Did you miss ice cream?
What color is the white in my tummy?
Hey, look,
The ball just went off.
we're nowhere near it.
No, that just went off.
Jesus, I just got the chills. Fuck.
Can you do that again? Yeah, I'm getting it.
Oh my God, over here.
Yeah,
I
right
think he
here.
walked
I'm
over
getting
here.
it all through my body.
I just got the chills right down my back.
Yeah, I'm getting it right down to my neck and my arms and
Yeah.
my jaws.
Can you do that again for me?
What's your favorite story?
There's a lot of energy there. Look.
You
It
did. Wow, thank you. That was very nice of you.
I can feel it, man. I'm getting tingles. I'm just.
Thank you for making the ball light up. That was very nice of you. Can you want to push the swing? Let the teddy bear? Wow. That's really cool. Look what you did.
And the swing's moving.
What's your favorite color?
Now all of a sudden the meter's reading green. You feeling better?
Yeah, that there is it's a very well-known haunted park here in Las Vegas. And it's Fox Ridge. And you can go online and you can read all about it. All the information is out there about it. So the story goes is there was a kid that was hit by a drunk driver just right in front of the park. And supposedly this kid haunts and roams the park. And there's also a story where a mother was in an accident and died, and she supposedly roams the park looking for her kids. So that night there, you see the cat ball going off, and you can see the K2 meter right to the side kept going off too. And there was a lot of K2 activity that night. And there's another video. If you watch it, you can see the swing. One swing starts swinging just a little bit while the other one's perfectly still. And if you hear the little voice in the background, that's my what they call the boo buddy. That's the bear that does all the interacting for you and asks the questions. And it actually responds to touch, and it responds to temperature change, and it responds to if it hears a voice. So it's kind of aimed for kids, and it does all the investigations with you, and it works well if you do an EVP while this is going on. But for some reason, by that swing, I started feeling nauseous and sick, and I wasn't feeling well. And you can just feel you can hear us both talking about the energy in that one location. And so I had to go sit down. I was not feeling well, and it took me probably about 20-25 minutes to start feeling enough to get back into the investigation. Also, that park is the first place, the only place as of yet I've used my new XLS camera I just purchased. So that was the first place to use it. And we actually had two figures we got on the playground equipment. And one of them, my son was standing there, and they were actually interacting with each other, like touching, and you tell him to touch my son, and he'd reach across, and you could see him physically reaching across trying to touch him. And the other one was, you can look, it was sitting in, there's a slide tunnel, and the other one was sitting right at the opening of the slide tunnel. So we did get a lot of activity. I went back 2 nights later with Kellie, my partner. She wasn't there that night. I was there with my buddy Rick. So, and then when Kellie and I went back, we had the swing. I have that video up too, where the other swing, I have my paralantern in it, and it starts going crazy, and the swing with the paralantern starts swinging back and forth while the swing right next to it is perfectly still, and it starts moving right as the paralantern's going off.
Wow.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. I think I saw that one. Like they got their sites here, but I have a clip here. I'm not sure. It's just called video playback. I have to click on and see what it is.
okay.
I'm here at Fox Ridge Park in Henderson, Nevada. We've been here for a little while now, and this is I'm sorry, I'm feeling really, really.
I thought
Yeah,
I thought I was on that Spring Landers and
yeah. That was where I started feeling where I had to go sit down.
yeah, but
So
yeah, I think I saw the one on, and I think it was a short video on. I think that's the one with the swing with lantern.
oh, the lantern in it. Yeah, that
Yeah,
that one. Yeah, I have that one up there. If you have it, you can play it if you'd like.
yeah. I think it was actually on your.
Uh,
I did download, but I saw it was a short video.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I don't think it was that long though. And I also have the EVPs from the Washoe Club up there too.
yeah, yeah. Too bad I had the. Oh, I forgot it. But I have another clip here that I guess it was
Well,
Graham's
I
music.
Graham Parsons' room, and that
Yeah.
was a Graham Parsons' room at the Joshua Tree Inn in Joshua Tree, California. And you know who Graham Parsons is. This is the room he actually OD'd and died in back in 72.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we investigated it, and there wasn't a whole lot going on in that room. But when I started playing some of Graham Parsons' music, my paralantern starts going active. So the music like triggered some responses.
I have a clip if you want to hear.
Yeah, play what you want, and I'll talk about it.
So here at the Graham Parsons room at the Joshua Tree Inn, I had the digital voice recorder going, and I had an EMF device out. We did get a lot of EMF activity, but after playback, we had absolutely no EVPs. I went to red.
You turn the fan off too, then because I'm getting cold on my leg.
You cold on your legs?
Not this one, this leg. Do you want us to turn the music back up?
That was me.
Yeah.
Do you want us to turn the music back on?
When the music comes on and things get kind of...
I know, both times, huh? Do you want the music back on there, Graham? Yeah? Was that a yes? One more time, let me know yes. I guess that's a yes, right?
That's
Yeah,
cool.
you could see the K2 meter responding to us.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I said, the only thing we got that night is the music being a trigger object, and we did get some responses from there. That's one place I'd like to go back. It's very interesting. And if you don't know the story of Graham Parsons after he died, you should go online and read it. It's very, very interesting. It's crazy. So
I'll check it out then.
yeah.
Just any experiences at the state prison?
You talking the Nevada State Prison?
Yeah.
Yeah, that place is always active, but it's hit and miss on how active. And that's one place we're going to go back. And I did get some orbs, and I did get some other stuff. My investigation wasn't as active as some of the others that were there. Some other people were getting good evidence. Like at that one, I sat into the viewing area, of the death chamber where they executed people, and I sat there for like 35 minutes by myself and didn't get anything on video, didn't get any EVPs. I did get a couple, like 3 taps on the wall a couple times, sound like they were tapping on the wall, like, or pipe, 3 taps, but that's about all I got there.
Yeah.
So that wasn't very active for me, but it was active for other people that night.
That was down to places 2 or 3 times. You know, sometimes that actually something like that.
Yeah.
I guess hit or miss.
Yeah, it's always hit or miss, and that's what I tell people. It's like ghost hunting is like fishing. Sometimes it's hopping, and sometimes you just got to wait it out.
Sometimes they're biting, and sometimes they're not.
Yep.
Yeah. So, what about the Goldfield Hotel?
Yeah, the Goldfield Hotel was kind of crazy. I actually did that one with it was a Nick Groff and his fiance.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and now his
Oh,
wife.
I like him.
Yeah. So I did that one, and I mean that one produced, like, physically saw shadow figures. I got SLS that was responding to me. We had SLS in Elizabeth's room. It looked like somebody sitting in the corner with one wrist up high, like it was chained to something or something. And like that room, every time there was only 3 of us in there, and it was always active, the SLS, and same figure moving, looked like it's trying to break free. And as soon as somebody walks to the corner, it would disappear. And then when the person left the corner, it popped right back up. Somebody walks over there again, it disappear, and they walk away, and it popped back up. So, was it Elizabeth? And yeah, I heard that. And then I walked by this one room, and I felt this energy coming out of the room, and I walked into the room, and I'm looking around, and I just felt like, oh my God, there's something in here with me. And so I walked out in the hall, and my son was out in the hall with my SLS camera, and I say, hey, come in here for a minute. So he walks in, and I go, map this area right here. And he's mapping, and right in the corner, big, tall figure right in the corner. And it was responding to us. So I went down the hall, and Nick Groff's fiance, now wife, was down at the end of the hall with a group, and I say, hey, listen, we got something going on in this room. And they were doing a spirit box session. I said, come on down here and do the spirit box session in this room. There's definitely something in there. So, a group of about 8 people went in there, and the gals were doing a spirit box session. And then Nick Groff's fiance goes, who are you just talking to? Who are you talking to? And the response was Mike. So my name. So it's just, yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, the Goldfield I didn't have anything negative, but you can definitely feel the energy once you walk in that place. There's a lot going on there.
Well, it's not fresh. What am I going? Yeah, I want bed breakfast. It's very active. So, it's different jails and prisons like this, but yeah, I need to get out more. I'm sure I will, but
I need to get out more. I'm on a dry spell right now. We tried to book a room for Monday where a murder took place. So we go down to the hotel to book the room. Oh, we're sorry, but that area is under construction right now. They're redoing all the rooms and stuff on that wing.
Oh, that's good. So
I went, dang it! So now I got to wait until when they finish it. But I got a couple others I'm going to try to get to.
Well, yeah, that's going to stir up more activity.
Yeah. So maybe it'll stir them up enough to be mad that they changed the room. Yeah. But that one, if I ever get to do it, I'm going to post that. And the story about what happened in that room is nuts. It's crazy. So, but watch for that one.
I go ahead any clips from the Winchester house, but do you want to say anything happened there? I know you said early the seance and stuff.
I think in that clip, because the only thing that really happened there, because it was a bigger group, the only thing that really happened there was the EMF I detected on Sarah Winchester's bed, and I'm pretty sure that's the video you're getting ready to show. If you want to show it, go ahead, but you'll probably see the K2 going off on Sarah Winchester's bed.
I don't think I have that one.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I thought I had some other ones, but I was so out of date. But like I said, definitely go to YouTube after done this show. But is there any place that you have like an air place over here on the East Coast you thought like a corner for?
I've never been to the East Coast. I mean, as far as paranormal stuff, I've been to Georgia, Florida, Washington D.C. I've been to those places, but not paranormal.
Because sanitariums over here, all kinds of good stuff. We got Rice Parish Air Force Base here.
Oh yeah, that
Ohio. Yeah, that's an hour down the road from me.
The one I really want to do, I want to get to Gettysburg. I want to investigate Gettysburg.
Oh, dude, I did a lot of that because I was born and raised in York, PA.
Yeah.
And that's like 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
And my group got out a lot there. And we picked up drums, they picked up soldiers, and we picked up walking like a line at the end of the hollow, whatever.
Yeah.
But that is a great place to go. We also picked up a gun. Canada is going off too.
Yeah. Like I said, that's my bucket list. I really want to get to Gettysburg one day. And what's cool is Kellie, my partner, is actually from Pennsylvania, so I'm sure we'll get back there someday.
Yeah.
She goes back there quite frequently. Then I also do graves. So I did. Red Fox is buried here in Las Vegas, and you know who Red Fox is, right?
Oh yeah.
Fred Sanford from Sanford and Son.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I went out to his grave, and I brought my REM pod, the regular REM pod, and I put it on his headstone, and it just starts going crazy. I mean, just popping, boo, boo, boo. So I moved it to the grave in front of his, and it was dead. I moved it back to his grave, and it starts going off crazy again. So I moved it to the grave, the headstone to the right of him, completely silent. Picked it up, stick it back on his headstone, and it starts going nuts again. Moved it over here. I moved it to like 6 different graves and nothing going on. All the activity was right on top of his grave. So that was, I need to get back there, and it's only like 15 minutes from my house, but I'm going to go back there and do an investigation, a full investigation of that.
Do you have any more famous people out there in graves?
Well, yeah, in the same cemetery as Red Fox is Robin Leach, the Lifestyle of the Rich and the Famous.
Yeah.
Tony Curtis is out there. But surprisingly, you think we'd have a lot more famous people buried in Vegas, but there's not a whole lot.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the show Pawn Stars.
Yeah.
But Richard Harrison, the old man, he's buried right here, like 5 minutes from my house.
Oh wow. So,
yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't bury him in his car.
I know, the Lincoln.
Yeah.
So there's a pet cemetery right around the corner from my house, and there's an elephant named Stormy buried there, and it's a very sad story. But I did a complete video on that whole thing, so the whole story. So if people want to go, they can see the video that I posted, and it's a story of Stony. And then my son and Kellie and I went back later at night, and we did an investigation, and we had my son's K2 starts going crazy, and the temperature was cold outside anyways, but the temperature dropped even colder right when the K2 starts going off. And I had my body cam on, and when I got back and played the video, there was like a mist right when the K2 starts going off and the temperature drops. You can see the mist come across the screen of my body cam. And then I showed Kellie, and she made an outline, and it looked like an outline of an elephant's head with the trunk and the tusk. Yeah, so all that stuff's there if you want to watch. That was pretty interesting.
yeah, I'll check
Yeah.
that out.
You got to hear the sad story of Stony though. That was upsetting. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a church investigation. It's built back in 1818, and
Okay.
they had a grave of a little boy named Freddie, and we were out filming, and my one friend who was holding the camera goes, "Holy shit, goes hostile!" And one guy goes, "What?" And he played it back, and you can see like a mist, like a child going by. Because you slow it down a little bit, you can see like a child going by.
Oh wow.
So yeah, we caught that too on video. Yeah, it's something else, dude.
Yeah. So, and then like I said, I investigate a room here in one of the rooms at this old rundown hotel called the Oasis here in Las Vegas.
Oh,
and now that's in between the Las Vegas Strip and Fremont Street, so it's in kind of a shady area that they call Naked City. And
okay.
Well, this particular room, reason why it drew me to it is two well-known people, or relatively well-known people, died in there 4 months apart, the same room at the same hotel. And the first one being Stu Younger. And in 81, he was a two-time world championship of poker winner in 80 and 81. So he had a long history of drug abuse and alcohol abuse, and just, so I guess he checked into that room and they found him dead. And when they did the autopsy, there was no drugs or anything in his body. The cause of death was just long-term alcohol and drug use. And then the next one that died 4 months after him, Stu died in 1998, and at the end of 98, and the next one was David Strickland, who was an actor, and he was well known for portraying Todd in the sitcom Suddenly Susan with Brooke Shields.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So they found him dead in the room, and he was out went out partying the night before with his friend Andy Dick, and
I knew Dick.
yeah. So that was his friend. He went out partying, but David had mental issues too. He was bipolar and all this. So, cause of death was drugs. He died of a drug overdose, and they found out he stopped taking his bipolar medicine like a week before he died. So it was sad. And that hotel was active. I put two paralanterns in the closet there, and they both start going crazy at the same time. I mean, just they sat in there for a little while, and then all of a sudden the closet starts lighting up. And so I break out the SLS and I go in there, and I'm getting two stick figures on each side of the corner right under the SL where the paralanterns were. And you were asking them to do something, and both figures were responding to you. It was crazy. And then we did the Estes method in there, and we got some responses on that too through the Estes. So that's kind of an active room.
Wow.
So
he was getting in trouble with Aaron D. Dick.
Yeah.
But they made hell of hair.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Is he Aaron Dick still alive?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard anything, so possibly.
I thought he got in trouble or something.
Yeah.
And he went away for a while. So I don't know.
Exactly. So, and there's I've done ghost towns and around here. There's one in Chloride, Arizona, where
we were at the cemetery, and it was still light outside, right? And it was Kellie and her friend Chris and myself at the cemetery. Well, Kellie and Chris were walking on the other side of the cemetery, and I was at this grave that caught my attention because last time I was there, I was getting a little bit of, activity there. So I went back to that grave when we went back, and I'm standing there and I'm doing a little investigation, K2. I had my REM pod out, and it was really quiet for me. So I packed up everything and I start walking back toward the cemetery to the road. Well, between where Kellie and Chris were and myself, there's like a big outbuilding where, they use like the caretakers keep their equipment to keep up the cemetery. Yeah. And well, I was walking down the road going straight this way. Kellie and Chris were on the other side of the building walking this way. And where we would meet would be just almost at the corner of that building, right? So I'm walking this way and I see Kellie and Chris come around the corner of the building, and they like looked at me and stopped dead in their tracks. And then they turn around and they're trying to look beyond the building at the grave I was just at. And I'm going, what's going on? What's going on? And they're looking at me. And then I walk over to them. They go, were you just at that grave? And I said, no, I've been away from that grave for about 3, 4, 5 minutes. And they're going, no, we just saw somebody standing at that grave. And I go, no, it wasn't me. I was walked away from the grave, and I've been walking this way. So they swear they saw somebody standing right where I was standing like a few minutes before. So that was kind of crazy. They were like in shock when they saw me walking way over here when they just saw somebody standing at the grave.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So that was Chloride, Arizona. Another thing there is we had the Ovilus out, right? So we're in Chloride, Arizona, and the word that popped up on the Ovilus was chloride. So, yeah. So
I always wanted the Alphas. I never got one.
The what?
I always wanted to get Alphas.
Oh yeah, the
I never
Ovilus.
got.
Yeah, I have the Ovilus 5. So I like it. And there's another one out there called Para-Ace that I'm looking into, and it's designed along the same lines as the Ovilus, but I just haven't committed because ghost hunting equipment is very expensive.
Very expensive, yes.
So
it's just a hobby. Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of buy a piece of equipment, and as soon as I pay down the card, I'll go looking for another piece of equipment. So, but it's an expensive hobby. It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Start off with that. So we get a head tissue camera, get a digital recorder, and go on.
Well, that's all you really need is some kind of night vision camera, a digital voice recorder, a REM pod, and a K2 meter, and you can go out and do a full investigation with just that equipment.
Yeah, that's the best we use.
Yeah, it's the basic ghost hunters.
Because we first started off, we were running, I had external DVR, we ran all the wires and stuff, but we get it priced to hundreds of dollars for 4 or 6 hours, and it takes an hour to set up, whatever hours there now. So we started doing static cameras then.
So I wear a body cam. Plus, if I'm in an area, I'll set up a camera recording my body cam. I'm recording.
That's mine.
Yeah.
Like everything.
Yeah. So I'll use a couple different cameras when I'm investigating, but it's just too expensive to keep buying stuff.
Oh yeah, I know.
So
it's like buy one a year or something.
Yeah, well, like I say, I'll use my credit card, and then when I pay that off, I'll go looking for another piece of equipment. I do it that way so I don't go in debt.
Right now, unfortunately, I'm not in debt. So
I think I've got right now, since I've started, I've spent $4,000 to $6,000 on equipment.
Well, that's not much though. I mean, What you could want some people could like $400 piece. And
Yeah, like
do,
I
do,
have.
do, do you get a ghost stop? Is that where you get yours or?
I get mine from different areas, you
Yeah.
know, and like I just found one here not too far from my house, about an hour away from my house. Horn Paranormal. They're out of
On
Mesquite,
horn.
Nevada. Yeah, so there's
I had them one for my
yeah, so
podcast. Yeah.
yeah, they're not too far. They're about an hour away from me. And when I
Yeah.
bought my XLS camera, I bought it from another because I hadn't heard about porn or porn. I mean, porn. You see what's on my mind. But I haven't heard about Horn beforehand, or I would have purchased it from them. But the reason how I found out about him is I posted I had just bought this XLS, and he goes, "Well, we sell them. You could have bought it from us." And I said, "Well, I didn't even know you were out there, but now I know you're out there. I'll get some more of my equipment from you guys."
Yeah.
So I plan on purchasing some stuff from them here in the near future.
Yeah. Well, I wonder how much. I don't know how much. Do you like get why is the name was porn paranormal? How much?
I don't
You never know.
It'd be interesting.
Oh, yeah, it would. I mean, what if your Instagram still bought out?
Yeah. So,
Oh, Lordy.
yeah, I know. But yeah, Horn Paranormal. That's probably going to be one of my go-tos. Ghost Stop. You know, so there's a few different areas that sell pretty decent equipment.
Yeah, I think it's one called Ghost Star Store.
Yeah, it's just not cheap. Just not cheap.
Yeah.
So
Some of the stuff you can find made cheaper.
yeah.
If you go out and get the kits.
Yeah.
I did my own ghost box.
Yeah.
That SP47.
Yeah. So you know, I have the AP processor that you can Bluetooth through your spirit box and actually record a session where you can play it back. I have that, and I have the PS11 spirit box where you can scan two frequencies simultaneously at different speeds. And then I have two different. I have the old PS7 and I have the newer PS7. So yeah, because I like the spirit box, so that's one of my favorites. And
yeah.
Plus, you know, and then people go out and buy these expensive digital voice recorders, and both the ones I use are $80 Sonys, and they work great. You don't need to go out and spend thousands of dollars on a digital voice recorder.
I make a third of mine.
Yeah.
I got 2 Epicus and a couple Sonys and Sonic. But also I got an S-Box. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. So S-Box. Like I said, I have my SLS, I have my XLS, I have paralanterns. I got the full size one, and I got about 5 mini paralanterns, and I got my boo buddy who does all the interaction with the kids for you. And I mean, I got the, I forget what they call it, but it's like a minefield. You know, it's all one strand that you can stretch out.
Tripwire?
Yeah, tripwire. Yeah, and each individual one along this wire is its own EMF detector and changes colors. So
I'm gonna get one of those.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Eventually.
Yeah. So like I said, I can go on and on about everything I have, but it's interesting.
Yeah.
So.
Never a dull moment extra.
No, I love ghost hunting. I can spend all night.
I do too. Yeah. I gotta go out just to get more exercise.
Yeah, exactly. We're not getting any younger, right?
No.
I tell people, I'm only a few months away from 62 and drawing Social Security, so
Oh, there you go.
yeah,
Not too far away.
yeah, I'm getting there.
Yeah, you're getting there. I got a few more years.
I hope.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's. Oh, boy. Well, I had a blast this evening. I mean, I can definitely get you back on again. Do you have anything else you want to talk about? Any?
well, unless you got more videos you want to play, I'll be happy to discuss them with you. But
I don't, but I'll have you back on again if you want.
yeah, just let me know, and
Yeah.
you know, if you want, I can give you some ideas for some videos, more of my videos, and hopefully I have a couple new ones because I've been slacking off here lately.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I'd be happy to come back on.
Okay. If we, I'd like to do anything with you. It'd be fun. Yeah.
So yeah, just let me know, and like I said, hopefully I got some new material, and then there's some other stuff on there. And if anybody wants to go to my my pages and they have any questions next time I'm on, just about any of the investigations I do, feel free to ask.
Yeah, and also the UPS code up top. If you scan that, it'll go to his YouTube.
Yeah. So hopefully my computer doesn't shut down next time. That was the first time that's the first time it's happened. It was like reset or something. I don't know. Then I'm sitting here trying with my phone to try to get hooked back up. I'm glad we got hooked back up.
Freaking Windows.
It's crazy.
Sabotage.
Yeah. So yeah, just go through. I'll go through my videos and if you find anything you want to discuss, I'll be happy to come back on and discuss it with you.
And I asked some stuff too I can send you from my investigators.
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to review some of it.
Yeah. I think it's EVPs also. Oh.
Yeah. I look forward to it.
Sure, yeah. And like I said, I'll get you back on me and on the part few months just I'll be off and drive.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably later on in the year. Taking more stuff.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate the opportunity to be on today.
Oh, that is my pleasure having you on. So, like I said, I'll definitely get back on. Check out his YouTube. Check out your Facebook page. I think your Facebook page is your name, right?
Yeah. Everything I like TikTok. It's all Las Vegas Soul Searchers. Just whatever. I have the links, or you have them. I should send them to you. If you want them.
I think I have them, but also you probably have them listed as links on YouTube too. Also, so yeah.
But so we're like the only Las Vegas Soul Searchers. So if you go look it up, you'll find them out there on TikTok and YouTube and my Facebook page.
Yeah, also after the show, I'll put all your links in the comment and for you.
And I appreciate all the support I can get.
Oh yeah, me too. Me too. But, like I said, players, how you on night? And I just want to sign off here. And till next time, happy haunting, everybody. See you there. Good night.
Good night.